Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10. And two main topics I wanted to discuss. We got some news from an interview with Lauren Cohan about Maggie's past and what's been happening with her. And then I also want to talk a little bit about Aaron and, Gabriel and Maze and them, because that is definitely an interesting story that's coming up. The Walking Dead is returning this Sunday, so I'm very excited. We're going to get back into things like reviews and breakdowns and all that kind of stuff. So be sure to subscribe if you are a fan of The Walking Dead. Now, general spoiler warning, in case you aren't caught up, but we're not going to be talking about episode 17, so you don't have to worry about that. I know it's on AMC Plus right now, but I'm still not going to really talk about episode 17 until we get the episode this Sunday, which is when it airs on AMC. Just because AMC Plus, it didn't even exist, a year ago. So there's still a lot of people, I'm assuming, who watch The Walking Dead on Sunday nights on regular AMC. So because of that, I'm still going to be posting reviews and breakdowns when they usually air on Sunday night. So just up to episode 16 is the spoiler warning. But yeah, let's get into the video. And for those who have seen episode 17, please don't spoil anything in the comments down below. Again, I just want to wait until Sunday night for it to air on AMC before we talk spoilers. Maggie, we had some news about Maggie from Lauren Cohan. She had an interview with Digital Spy. I'm going to go ahead and read what she said in a second, but basically she was talking about how Maggie has like a dark secret, which I think is really interesting because she has been gone for a very long time, like many years. So there is a lot of stuff that probably could have happened and most likely did happen. So these are all things that we could learn throughout the season and maybe even into season 11. And Maggie, they did say that when Maggie returns, she's going to be a bit different in terms of, I think, being more stern, and stuff like that with her character, with her people, because in the trailers we saw her saying stuff like, we need to get our heads on straight. I think she's going to be really upset about the whole Negan situation. And I'm honestly liking the changing character, and it makes sense, I think, in terms of character, because she's been gone for a long time. She probably, dealt with a lot of stuff that, changed her. And then she comes back, and this guy who killed her husband is out and about, so she probably is going to get upset. But now, after reading this interview, I'm definitely a lot more interested in Maggie's story now, for sure, because I don't know, I don't think they would do flashbacks and stuff like that, but I really hope they tell us more about what Maggie's been up to. So let's go ahead and read what she said. So again, this comes from Digital Spy. The article says, speaking to Digital Spy and other media, Lauren Cohan shared information about her character Maggie's upcoming storylines, her return, and what she's been doing while we haven't seen her on the show. And then this was the excerpt that I found really interesting. So, explaining why she's excited for the upcoming episodes, Cohan said, "It's always fun to feel like you've got a bit of a secret you're going to slowly reveal to people as to where she's been, what she's been up to, and how she's been changed, all of which were very twisty and deep and dark in many ways." So that was the excerpt that I found most interesting. I will leave a link in the description down below if you want to go check out the full article for yourself. But that is really interesting stuff there. So a bit of a secret that you're slowly going to reveal about why, she's changed. That is very twisty, deep, and dark in many ways. So, yeah, I mean, I do like the changing character. I know some people don't like it. They want Maggie to be the way she was before. But it's part of the character, and something must have happened to her. She has a group now, a little bit of a group, with Elijah. So we'll see what happens. What I'm wondering is if they're a group on their own, because I still think that Maggie is related with the Commonwealth. You guys let me know what you think. I've always had this feeling that Georgie was part of the Commonwealth, that Maggie went with the Commonwealth. But the more I think about it, and the more, I, see the, think about it and how the Commonwealth is sort of with Eugene and them, I'm kind of wondering, like, maybe Maggie didn't know the Commonwealth. Maybe Maggie really was on her own, and maybe Georgie was someone else entirely, and she's just sort of lived her own life for the past 6 years. You guys let me know what you think about that, because for a long time, ever since Maggie left, really, I thought that she's been with the Commonwealth, and I thought that because Maggie and the Commonwealth are returning at the same time, it further proves that. But I don't know. I mean, Maggie doesn't have that big of a group. It's just a couple people here and there. Maybe they were by themselves. But the reason why I'm thinking Commonwealth is because she was gone for a whole 6 years on the show. Like, there must have been some group that really occupied her time. So you guys let me know what you think about that. What do you think her dark secret is? I don't think it's anything related to our group. Like, I don't think she did anything wrong to our people. If anything, maybe she was like a villain type person. Maybe these people she's with, they're not the greatest of people. Maybe they caused trouble. Maybe they were the Negans to someone else. What if they were like a Negan to someone? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. But really interesting Maggie stuff that's coming up. Another possibility is if maybe Georgie wasn't a good person. Maybe Georgie got her to come to the community and Georgie ended up, using her, and they weren't really, helpful and stuff like that. And Maggie had to fight back and, really dig herself out of a hole. That's also another possibility, because that could also be a reason why, they changed. Like, look at Rick. Like, even though Rick is a hero, he went through a lot. Like, he had to fight a lot of people and, all that kind of stuff. So Rick changed a lot, from being the nice guy to still a nice guy, but, a lot harder on people. So it could be a situation like that. You guys let me know again what you think in the comments down below. But this is something that I'm looking forward to. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, like I said, Aaron and Gabriel and Maze. So we know they're going to be having their own episode. We know Maze is like some sort of villain, and we know Maze is going to be putting Aaron and Gabriel to the test. We don't have that much footage of Maze. I feel like they are keeping his reveal, or not his reveal, but like, his story a bit under wraps. He's played by Robert Patrick, who's a great actor. So that's really cool. Again, he definitely gives off villainous vibes. And in the table read, he was questioning Gabriel, and his judgment and why he's going around helping people and all that kind of stuff. So it does seem like he's someone who's putting them to the test. Like, even in the trailer, we had that scene of him pointing a gun at Aaron. Well, the trailer made it seem like it was Aaron, but it was Maze, and then it cut to Aaron. But he's like pointing a gun to Aaron, and then you cut to Aaron, and he has a gun to his own head, and he's screaming. So it does seem like, Maze is causing these guys a lot of trouble. But the specific thing I wanted to talk about was, is Aaron going to die? The reason I want to talk about this is because this seems to be somewhat of a theory going around right now. Like, a lot of people think Aaron is going to die for some reason. And I just wanted to give my thoughts on it, because I've had some people ask me, do I think Aaron is going to die? I think even in the Q&A just recently someone asked me if I think Aaron is going to die. So I do think it's possible for a few reasons. A, the show is ending at season 11. So because the show is ending in season 11, the majority of characters are not going to be getting spin-offs. I'm sure a lot of the characters will still survive. Like, they'll just be back at home, and then Carol and Daryl will go on their own way. But that means that because the show is ending, I think the possibility of characters dying is a lot higher, because their story, we're not going to be seeing their story after season 11. I mean, we might come back to them in the future, but immediately we're not going to really be following them. And Aaron is one of these characters who I could see dying. As much as I hate saying that, because I love Aaron, he's become such one of my favorite characters, but he's also he's like one of those characters who I can see dying, but also it would be like, I don't want him to die, if that makes sense, right? Like, there's characters like Daryl who, like, there's no way that character's gonna die. I don't have to ever worry about that. But there's characters like Aaron who, like, I don't want them to die, but I think they may. Like, it's possible. This is a character who they might want to kill off, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. Aaron is one of these characters for me, and I definitely think it's possible. And the other thing I want to talk about was, this was like a couple weeks ago, like, the other reason why I think it's possible for Aaron to die is, and this might be a bit of a stretch, but a couple weeks ago when they started promotion, Ross Marquand reposted it on, like, the trailer. He, like, reposted it on social media, and I believe he labeled it as the final season, and some people thought that meant, like, he was going to die, like it was his final season, because it isn't the final season of the show. Season 11 is, but that could easily have been a mistake. Like, he just kind of thought of this and season 11 at the same time, because season 10 isn't really even supposed to be a thing. It was just like extra episodes because of the delays. So I don't know. When I think more about Aaron and him dying, I'm like, maybe he was saying it was his final season, but that's not something he would say, right? Unless it was like a complete accident. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that one. That one might be a bit of a stretch, but I just wanted to mention it anyways. I mean, Gabriel's not really out of the question either. Like, he's right there with Aaron. But I think just because of all the focus on Aaron in the trailers, it kind of makes it seem like Aaron is going to be the one to die, if anybody dies from Maze. But all I gotta say is that I think Maze is going to be a great character, and I'm definitely worried for Aaron because, like I said earlier, like he's one of these characters who I don't want them to die, but he's a character who I could see dying. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about that? Do you think Aaron is gonna survive, or do you think Aaron is gonna die? And then also let me know what you think about the Maggie thing. Like, what do you think her dark secret is? Also, if you've seen episode 17, I want to say please do not spoil it in the comments down below. I want to keep it spoiler free just in case people haven't seen it, and people are waiting for this Sunday. But this Sunday, we're going to be having a video so that we'll talk about it then. But other than that, I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Again, The Walking Dead is returning, so if you're a fan of the show, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.